Hello, it says that I am live in my thankful blanket. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Inwards. We are right now in the Lydia Mountains in Virginia. And it took us a little bit to drive here to get here, and we are having an absolutely time of our lives. So I wanted to share with you this very special, beautiful, and powerful frequency and use that as an opportunity to talk details and full on juice about the art of manifestation. So, we are not going to be talking about any manifestation. We will be specifically talking soul to soul, heart to heart about the manifestation of your own expression of your magnificence. Why? Because we are manifesting 24/7. Whether we know it or not, whether we want it or not, we do manifest 24/7. But 99% of time we are manifesting random, and that random most of the time in most cases in based on manifesting same old limiting patterns of lack, fear, unworthiness, not good enoughness, and getting in life what we don't want, what we no longer want to experience. So we will be talking about how to switch that and manifest the magnificence, the thing your heart calls you to manifest. Okay, there's going to be wind. There's going to be noise out there. That's the juice from doing this outdoors. But there is no way that I'm not going to follow my download. And the download was to sit up over here with you and chat with you, heart to heart, with that beautiful energy. So if you're live with me, please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know how is the sound. That microphone is designed to block out a lot the outside noise, but I don't know if it's living up to its name. So please let me know in the comments. How can you hear me? And we are going to start. Let's see if I can maybe put the volume up a little bit. I think it's good. There's nothing I can do here with the volume. Let's Okay. So we're just gonna get on with that. If you have not yet had the opportunity to watch any of the previous videos, please do yourself a favor and watch Inwards from episode 1. Go to then episode 2, then go to episode 3, and be sure to repeat episode 3 over and over again. Go to episode 4. This is episode 5. Episode number 3 is so overflowing with juice. And in previous episode number 4, where I didn't have the Wi-Fi connection and I was working only from a hotspot, something happened. I think it was too much energy because it just cut off. I wasn't able to say my thank yous and goodbyes on the previous video. So if you have been there, and I know many of you were wondering, like, what's happened? Where is Eliza? Where did you go? Thank you for watching the episode 4. Thank you for being there with me, sharing your beautiful love, your comments, your presence. Yeah, and let's start with this one. So manifestation journey is actually, I'm going to go straight to the core, which is how do we manifest? How do we manifest? So Eliza just said we manifest 24/7. What's going on? I'm trying to manifest 5,000 pounds on my account and it doesn't happen. What's going on? So I would like you to listen and hear the message with your heart, because it's going to make sense. Let me just check if Andrea can check my sound. Andrea, can you check my sound, please? Can you go to YouTube and check my sound? Because there is quite a wind and I might need to go on the corner. But if it's not windy, I'm going to sit where I am. We'll see. Imagine yourself as a radiant ball of divine light. Let's just imagine and pretend for this now breath that your light comes straight from source So it has a source in its core, but in the same time, it has its own free will, and it chooses a specific. The sound is good, amazing. Thank you so much. And in the same time, your soul. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrea. Your soul is choosing, has its free will, and it's choosing on this chapter of your soul journey, expansion, it chooses to express itself in the specific thing. And in the same way, it loves to grow and expand on a soul level through many different experiences of lower, medium, higher frequencies. And low frequency, it's only slowed, slow, slow. So everything is light, slowed down in its frequency into more dense matter. For example, this crystal, ocean jasper, very high frequency, slowed down into a specific shape and matter. This one, Caribbean, oh, I'm not sure if it's jasper or something else. Another one, right? Or the guilt and shame energy that we all carry within more or less. And you probably will be releasing that guilt and shame out of your body, physical body, and out of your expression of your frequency for the rest of this life. Okay? There is a big, big chance. If it's not the case for you, who am I to stop you believing from it? But I'm sharing what I have tapped into so far. Thank you for your comments and being here. So beautiful. So allow yourself to just imagine that slowed frequency that shows up in different shapes and forms, energy, emotion, is just a light that slowed down its frequency. It's spinning much slower, it's denser, and it's heavier. But doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong. It doesn't mean at all. It's just the meaning that we add up. So imagine that you are just that ball of light and you're just expressing what you are choosing to be hooked on, focused on right now. So if you decided to be a human being on this chapter of your journey and expand through it, there is a big chance that you have chosen on a soul level to experience guilt and shame, to experience on some level of pain. You have chosen to experience situations that gave you the opportunity to go into higher level of compassion and forgiveness and love towards other particles of light like you, which come all from one. So if on a soul level, through your heart, you can hear this message, let me know if that resonates with you. This is my truth. It doesn't have to be yours. But I am here to share with you the truth that I have tapped into. And maybe tomorrow, my truth will look in an entirely different way. Maybe tomorrow, or in a week time, or in a year time, I'll be sharing an entirely different experience. This is at the moment my truth, and I absolutely honor it. And I would love you also to honor your truth, whatever it is. It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it less than. It doesn't make it more important. Your truth is truth and mine is lie, or in the opposite way. Not at all. We all came here to experience what we have chosen and also express ourselves and our light. And this is exactly how we manifest. We are radiating out of ourselves a specific signal. So, in the past, on my journey, when I was experiencing a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, feeling extremely not good enough, that was the frequency that it was emanating out of me. That was the energy signature that I was sending into this world. And in the same time, that's exactly what I was manifesting back because that was my lens. That was my lens. You can call it limited lens. You can call it low frequency lens. Some will call it a bad lens. I used to call it the bad experience, horrible chapter of my journey until I started learning that I can actually take a step back, slightly detach and let go, or as much as I can in this now moment, and look at this in an entirely new way. And the way I have chosen and continuously kept intention to choose, because it wasn't that easy for me to just all of a sudden choose and that's it. It took a lot of practice. But the intention I have chosen is to look at it in a way that it would be empowering to me. As I have noticed, what I have been doing, feeling, and thinking so far was very disempowering, making my energy leak all the time, making the energy I wake up with every single day to be scattered all over everywhere and going in all of the directions apart from myself. And the energy we all wake up with is for us to use. That life force energy that I wake up with every single day, it is for me to use for my body to heal entirely. It could be slowly, but it also could take a split of a second. Okay? Never, ever, ever listen to someone else telling you someone cannot be done. We've been talking about it with Andrea yesterday, how so many people, myself included, probably in many, many situations, still are limiting ourselves and another by telling what we cannot do, what others cannot do, what cannot be done, right? And I'm starting to question that more and more and more on a deep level. That question, when anyone says, oh no, but you have to do it this way, or you have to do it that way, or that is the only way, or you cannot do that doesn't work. Each time I hear that it's coming from me, which is some kind of conditioned belief that of course doesn't serve me best, or I hear someone saying that, the question that pops up within me within the last maybe 5-6 years is, says who? Says who? The person who didn't believe that can be done. Okay, let me find a person who believes it can be done. Or instead of spending my time and energy and leaking my energy outside, let me see what would happen if I would believe it can be done here and now. Okay, I'm a little bit drifting off the subject, but what we are talking about is that anything is possible. Your love can truly move mountains. And the most important for us on our journey of manifestation is to be present and aware here and now with our energy. To realize, what am I actually feeling and experiencing? What is the energy that I am emanating to the whole wide world? And like I mentioned not long ago, in the past, when my focus was hooked on scattered energy outside of me, what others think of me, the fear of being seen, the fear of being not seen, not knowing even what are my needs and desires, not knowing how to listen to them, how to even fulfill them, believing it's someone else's job, handing my life, my happiness, my health in someone else's hands. That was constantly me leaking my energy. And then I started learning, okay, there is another perspective of all of us that I can tap into. And by the way, there is an unlimited ways you can tap into. So once we realize that we are manifesting 24/7 by emanating our energy into the whole wide world, we can then start empowering ourselves by shifting the attention over here, by realizing, okay, what do I truly feel right now? What kind of thought pattern I have running through my body when I am afraid of something or someone? Okay, what's happening, how that pattern starts, how it unfolds, and what it makes me do. Where do I lose my conscious? Where do I blindly make decisions from a place of survival, while I am being in survival state of being, in a high beta brainwave being, right? Because all of my mistakes, all of my mistakes, the decisions that have been made by me, not for my greatest good, through which I choose now to just entirely learn from. That's where my wisdom comes from making those mistakes, from allowing myself now to actually look back and be okay with it. Be okay with, okay, so I did it. Okay. Okay, what can I learn from it? When we most of these mistakes, or all of them in my case, have been done by being in a survival state. So let's just say shit hits the fan. Situation, person, something happens. And instead of me tapping into my energy, I am trying from that survival state where my body is not coherent, my body is not balanced, my body, mind, and brain don't work together, they are all over everywhere. Then I am making the decision. And those decisions are not for my greatest good. They're not coming from my highest perspective. When I started learning in order to manifest the life I want and desire, I started learning that doesn't matter what's happening, especially when I feel triggered, when I don't feel comfortable, when I don't feel safe, when I don't feel at peace, the number one action that I can do that it would be the best I can ever do for myself is to go straight away and self regulate my energy. Meaning that everything else has to go on the side. And I mean everything and everyone. When I started allowing myself to have that luxury and put everything on the side and place myself as my number one, everything started changing. So I started creating a daily self-regulation routine that would help me go through those waves of old patterns running through my body, trying to keep me stuck in survival. So when we're in survival, everything is out of balance, and we make our decisions from a lower level of consciousness, slowed, a lot of guilt and shame and fear. So we make decisions based off not being in fear, based on running away from experiencing more pain or fear. So those decisions are limited. They're not expansive. They're contractive. They try to keep us safe in a wrapped bubble. They have nothing to do with expanding, growing, and overcoming the old. On the other side, when you self-regulate first entirely, when you purely choose to be, let me sit like that, I feel more comfortable would be this way. When we choose to self-regulate first, then we are tapping into those higher frequencies, meaning we're placing our heart and our brain in a coherent wave. We create coherence within our body. All of our systems, hormones, and organs are at peace and at ease. And when we are in that state of being, our decision making, our response instead of reaction creates an entirely different outcome. We can face the fear, we can see it, we can feel it, and doing it anyway. We can hear our highest guidance and make a decision that comes from soul, that comes from that deeper aspect of ourselves that is above and out of survival. And of course, there are moments and situations that we've got to make decision here and now. We are in survival. You know what? I have no time. I didn't train myself yet to self-regulate within seconds or minute. I've got to make a decision right now, and that's okay. We're just simply doing our best all the time. Then, what's more important, it is to the level of compassion we can have for ourselves and another. Oh, Terry's over here. Hello. And when we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, doesn't matter what we did, what we said, what we felt, Doesn't matter what others did, felt, said, anything. The whole life and perspective changes. So the art of manifesting, the magnificence we came here to manifest, uh, the lives we want to live, the lives we desire to live, it starts here and now. And it starts with awareness and honesty. The honesty is the part that being dishonest with ourselves about what we truly think and feel and how we were towards someone else is just a survival mechanism that it's bypassing what we truly think and feel because we don't believe we can handle the feeling of guilt and shame that we did something wrong, that we didn't do our best. It's a survival mechanism to keep us away from pain and fear, making pain, fear, guilt, and shame our master. Because what you run away from, what you hide away from, on some level, subconsciously, you believe it's bigger than you. So, the true art of manifesting the magnificence starts with being here and now, fully and entirely, with honesty, respect, and love towards yourself. Truly and entirely feeling, okay, what am I truly feeling? What am I truly run away from? And many of us, I used to believe, let me have my little magic cacao drink. I used to believe if I knew that he's gonna be cutting the grass over there for 25 hours, I would maybe do that live on the other side of the house. Maybe not. Mm. But you guys said that you can hear me well. So here we go. When we can truly, so what I used to misunderstood as manifesting is me getting out where I'm here right now. Here and now is not good enough. It is not good enough. Everywhere else where I am not, but someone else are with pretty pictures, this is where I want to be. And here and now, it is not good enough. This is good. This is not bad. This is not right. This is not right. They are FF and this and that. And this kind of way of being, I don't believe it is wrong. It just brings different results, meaning it creates more of rejecting myself and others for who we truly are in this now moment, labeling anything that is unpleasant, labeling anything that is uncomfortable as wrong, bad, and it should not be here. Okay? Creating even more of it. And then I started realizing and learning through the amount of pain, through being beaten into humility, through humiliation, that there is another way around. And I had to, of course, do so much surrendering and a lot of looking within and realizing that manifestation, it isn't about me jumping out of my humanity into being super duper spiritual, and then from that higher place of love and light manifest. Guys, I did went there and I stayed there, but how can I bring from there that magnificent manifestation energy and slowed its frequency, it lights down into this 3D reality when I reject myself and being in this body? So this is what no one spoke about. This is what no one spoke about. And those who manifested, majority of them, they had no idea how to do it. They had no idea how that works on an energetic and light level. Is there something wrong with it? No, I didn't know myself. But here I am now knowing what I'm doing, knowing how I am manifesting, and knowing what is the message that through me wants to be sent out there and shared into this world. The message of compassion, the message of love, the message of manifesting by being human, by de-shaming our humanity, by stopping running away from this human experience. I have a thought that it's full of fear. There is that one case scenario that it is possible to happen. Okay? If I will be running away from it and bypassing it, meaning not feeling it, not looking into it, not expressing it out loud, it's gonna be growing in the background like a boogeyman under the stairs. And it's gonna be creating more and more fear within me of running away from it. I spoke about that today with Andrea, my beloved, when we were making big decision about us and our future right now with the situation. There is a lot of going on with the one situation that we wanted to make a decision with. And this time we made this decision by sitting down in an entirely coherent, relaxed energy by fully expressing what's running. Okay, there is this fear. Used to, my understanding was don't talk about fear. Don't talk about that stuff. If I'll be talking about it, it's gonna happen. Only if I believe that it's bigger than me. When I believe that it's bigger than me or that it's real. When I don't talk about it. When I don't talk about it. When I bypass it, when I run away from it, then I make it bigger. If I know that this is not true and it's not bigger than me, why would I run away from it? If I know I am bigger than that thought or possibility, and I know that I am capable fully and entirely to manifesting reality in which that case scenario never happens. Never happens. And if it is, so be it. So be it. Okay? So there's so many ways to approach that. There's so many ways to do it. I work with so many people who are amazing at their field. Some of them have approach of never talking about the worst case scenario, never approaching that case, never even allowing the thought to come in. And for so many ways that works amazingly. And I did that for some time. And I manifested amazing things through that as well. There were times before it where I would be expressing constantly out loud what is the darker side of me. What are those fears, resentments, feelings, emotions of lower frequency that my old mind is bringing to the surface? And I started right now on this chapter of this journey feeling so strongly called to go deeper and bigger. So in order to do so, I was called again by that higher energy to go deeper into deeper layers and levels of my shadow, to bring into the surface what is it within me that I run away from. So if I run away from this, there is something else I might be run away from. There's something else I'm not looking into. What if that old energy within me, that old thought pattern somewhere stuck within my body and in my energy field simply needs to be just seen, felt and expressed? What if this is that fractal part of little child me that it sits in the corner crying, not seen, not felt, not approached, abandoned? What if that fractal of me just simply needs to be picked up, held, heard, loved, and released in its own divine timing, in its own divine pace? What if it's like that with all those other thought forms? Does it mean I have to focus 24/7 on the fear? No, because this is opposite from it. This is me being the true me. What do I understand as the true me? I understand as this magnificent ball of light that I spoke about at the beginning. This magnificent ball of light that is a source, comes from source, and it is expressing its source divinity in all shapes and forms, even those that are used to were called as bad, shamed, not good enough, low. That's low vibe. Okay. So if I am the field in which everything appears and disappears, so my soul can be enriched on another level, why would I be scared and run away from any thought, knowing I am not a thought? I am not emotion, I am so much more. And I know how to rearrange the particles to create the reality I desire. The way I manifested my whole new life a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, is by choosing to fall in love entirely, fully, 100 million% in the life I was in that I no longer wanted to be in. I knew it in my heart that for me, in order to manifest a whole new life, I have to be the love and passion and adventure frequency here and now, in the reality I no longer wanted to be in. I needed to become the magnetic, phenomenal, in love frequency to manifest the love of my life. Not to go and chase it and being like, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No. I am in that frequency. I am the love of my life. It is my job to make me happy. It is my job to feel in love in any situation, even if I am single for over 8 years right now. Okay? And that's exactly what I did. I fell in love with my reality before that person showed up. And I said, it doesn't matter if that person is going to be in my life or not. I know they are there somewhere. I can feel them. I'm meeting them in my meditations. They come to me in my visions. So I know that that person is out there somewhere. Maybe they're already in this life, maybe not. Maybe it's a next life. Maybe we only meet after, beyond the 3D reality. Who knows? I didn't know. I wasn't sure. All I knew is that I can tap into the frequency of I am in love. And this is the art of manifestation of the life you desire. If you keep on waiting for the outside world and senses, sound, smell, sight, taste, if you touch, if you wait for all these senses to tell you where you can feel happy or safe or in love, you might be waiting all your life very frustrated, very disappointed, extremely, extremely unhappy. The true art of manifestation is based on you in your heart tapping into those states of being before they show up in your 3D reality. This is choosing your divine particle to operate from. Meaning, I got to detach from this 3D world. I got to detach from this survival, not bypassing, feeling it fully, entirely. I am in fear. Okay, let me feel it. Where is it coming from? What's going on? By being something bigger than it, allowing it to run through me, allowing myself to experience the sensations running through my body and observe how that old mind, how that old program is trying to make me be someone else that I am choosing to be right now. Allowing them to run through my system, allowing the whole pattern to unfold in its own crazy, mad, and insane way. And just observe it, don't judge it, don't try to get rid of it, don't try to run away from it, fully be with it. There is nothing more empowering I've ever experienced than doing that. That's exactly what I'm teaching in Energy Mastery Empire. And I'm so excited to share more and watch everyone doing these practices and see their fire coming up to the surface. I'm so excited. So if you truly desire to manifest, the number one advice is to become truly honest with yourself. Become as present as you possibly can be with anything you are feeling, thinking, what is your behavior. Just take full responsibility for your life. Stop waiting for someone else to come and apologize to you for what they did to you. It might never happen. It should be enough for you to fully feel it and apologize to yourself. Okay, I felt it. I placed myself in that situation after all. If you were adult enough to do so, okay, you can just choose to let it go. You don't have to wait your whole life to release it. You can do it here and now without ever talking to them face to face. You can choose also to face them and face your fears. Or you can choose to simply follow your heart and what tells you in this situation by creating the space and environment in which you connect with your heart, where you go above your fears, not bypassing them, but feeling them, remembering you are not the fear. You're only experiencing the fear pattern installed in our DNA thousands and thousands of years ago to just run through you. And when you observe it, you're no longer it. You're no longer a slave to it because you watch it, because you're not scared. You watch it and you allow it to come and go, come and go, come and go, and you stay present and aware. I'm going to advise you also to become so crystal clear, what is it that you truly want. Because our attention, that's the another point, is to fix your attention on it. Because our attention goes most of the time into what we don't want, and that's what we manifest. So unconsciously we run around, oh no, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late, let it not be me late, oh no, there is a mess there, I need to fix that, and we are late. It's an entirely different point of view to self-regulate ourselves, wake up half an hour earlier, doesn't matter if you want it or not, and be there before. I am always on time. I am always on time. I'm practicing to be always on time. I am so good at practicing being always on time. From now on, I am always on time or before. And make yourself go over there, be there 5, 10, 15 minutes before, and then go into your heart coherence. So you show up as a wholeness, present with everything that runs through. And then you can acknowledge, oh my God, I'm afraid. Oh my God, I placed them on a pedestal and I don't have to. I can just face them as equal. I can just face them as my wholeness, still being present in my body. Whole new outcome. I promise. I promise. And when you know, now, when you cannot be even clear with yourself or honest about what you are thinking and feeling and all of that, I would highly suggest to get yourself quantum dive into reset button, because it will reset your whole energy and it will help you gain beautiful, crystal clear clarity on who you are being right now, what's going on in your life. How can you actually think and feel what's happening? What do you truly want? Because often, before we will fulfill our needs, first, second, and third energy center, without waiting for someone else to do it, we've got to fulfill them first. So how can you tap into your heart's desires, fourth energy center, when you are hungry? When your body doesn't have enough of liquids and fluids? When you need to go to toilet, but you are running, being afraid you don't have time for it, right? Just basics like that. Ooh, Buchina and Ali are here. Awesome. So often our needs have to be fulfilled, the feeling of safety. How can you tap into your desires if you don't feel safe? If the environment you are in and your interpretation of that environment makes you feel unsafe to even look into your heart and desires, because you have to protect yourself, because you have to protect your family, because you have to protect your possessions or your own space. Okay, so it's so important to reset that energy. I can post a link to Quantum Dive if it is not there yet. And of course, when you have that crystal clear clarity, okay, what is it that I truly want? Do I actually want it because my parents conditioned me and promised me that if I will go to college and then do work for someone and then save up enough of money and then go and be retired, then I will be happy? Okay? Because we often are told these things by people who try to do them and didn't work out for them, yet they are conditioned others to do something that didn't work for them. This is what I experienced. I experienced that, and it baffles me. Like, it baffles me And in the same time, I am grateful to see that, because it allows me to see where I have been doing exactly the same thing. Something I didn't fully work for me, but I'm sharing about it, but I've talked about it, or I blindly try to follow. That was when I was back in Poland. I moved out of Poland 18 years ago. Yeah, there is a lot over there. So allow yourself to become crystal clear. What do you truly want? So that requires you tapping into your true particle, into your true expression. And there is a need there to move your physical body, to express through movement, the one that is in alignment with you. It could be dance. It could be uncontrollable dance like no one is watching every day. It could be yoga movement. It could be design, QI, Qing Gong, whatever it is you love. It could be running. It could be military movement that it brings your focus here. There's nothing wrong with any movement as long as it is in alignment with you right now. And if you change your mind tomorrow or next year, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's okay. Allow yourself to flow and shift and shape shift and change. Ali just joined a little bud over here. Just look at that. Just look at it. Ali and her turtleneck. Yeah. um, and when you allow yourself to express it through your movement, through your voice, through your journaling, you become more and more clear. And that allows you also to embed it, release the old energy and embed the new one. And the most important part of manifestation, which is not number one, it is not the last number, because this is actually number one, is to being it. When you crystal clear, but often when there's so much calamity and confusion and survival in our lives, we have to do our other work first that I have just mentioned before we can actually be. Because the old way of being was, okay, let me think about it, let me ask someone for permission, or give me a title, or allow me or give me a license, then I can start to do it for a little bit, and then I can be it. Where the whole new world of manifestation in this body, as a human, a spiritual being, a being of light, emotional being, chaotic being, multidimensional being, it is to first just simply be it. So if your desire is to manifest financial freedom, financial stability, I no longer want to own anyone, any money. If my laptop breaks, I want to have so much money on my account, then I could just simply go and choose the one I want. That was exactly a year ago, before I opened Heal Killer Mastermind. I believe it was November, 10 months ago. My old laptop broke. I remember having a thought, I'm not sure if that laptop is gonna handle all of it. And right before it broke, I was able the next day to just go and buy the most expensive, the most fancy, and the most pretty laptop I desired and wanted. And that was this one that I have chosen. And I'm nothing but happy with it. That's it. That's it. I might feel scratches on the screen. Okay, I'm not gonna cry at all. I'm not even gonna feel sad about it. It is what it is. We wear things out. So when you can then tap into being that which you desire, you tap into the emotions behind it. Okay, so why do you truly actually want the money? Okay, do you want the money because the what kind of intention is behind it, and emotions will actually be the driving factor that could be in alignment with you or out of alignment. Okay, so if you carry the belief that being rich is bad, and you want to be rich because you want to be seen as successful / good, you have conflict within you. Okay, and I'm speaking from my own experience. Okay, so there are things here to address. Okay, it's a whole different story. For example, just an example, because there is multiple ways, and there's nothing wrong with money and just getting money to be seen well, to be seen as amazing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a different experience, right? But majority of us want the financial freedom, want the financial abundance to truly deep inside to just simply feel safe. We believe that if we have rich people around us, that's gonna make us feel seen and safe. Maybe it's just an inner child within you that needs to be seen. That doesn't mean, okay, I don't need to do financial freedom anymore because I can just talk to my inner child. You can do that also. But after all, you can approach that inner child. You can implement beautiful inner child work every single day into your day and night and fully understand that you create financial freedom and abundance because you love yourself so much and all the parts of you that you used to call broken and not good enough, the parts of you that have been abandoned and not taken care of, hurt, damaged, and forgotten. Okay? And from that place of love, you can tap into those feelings and emotions of safety and feeling so juicy and amazing because you know how to have fun. You know how to tap into joy like any other happy child. You know it because you are there. And then you just create, you just manifest. Money is just finding its way to you on its own. Another way, you can be in your soul signature. You can be in your soul purpose, in your soul essence, and just remember every single day with every single minute and have the knowing I'm always supported by the divine. I'm always supported by the universe because I came here to be in my signature, in my soul's purpose, and I didn't came here to do it for free. I didn't came here to be and deliver the highest light that I can tap into, the highest wisdom that I can possibly tap into and struggle financially and feel lonely and struggle with where I am living in a whole wide world. No, absolutely no. I refuse to believe in awaken and broke. I refuse to continue the lack patterns. I refuse to be a victim of the conditioning I have chosen to receive, not to be in it, but to see that I am more than it, which equals overcoming it. There's so much I can talk about it. I'm going to finish for now. If you have received a value, please be sure to comment below and share what is that value that you have received today. What is that particle of divine within you that just woke up, that allowed you to see something you came here to see? Because the more you share your light, the more goodness comes to you because you share your higher aspect. And in the same time, you help this message to be spread into this world. And more of this frequency message is circling in the world. The more people have opportunity to see it instead of the news that tell them you cannot feel safe, you cannot feel happy until I will allow you. Okay? Okay. Don't know if there is anything else that needs to run through. And also, okay, there is another message that comes through really strongly, and it's been just a massive turning point in my own life. What we truly, I shared that in a post on Facebook. I think it was shared to Instagram also. If you are not connected there with me, if you feel called, please go there and read that message. What I shared that because that was revolutionary to me, that it's like a two-folded message that wants to run through right now, and someone here has to hear it. It will change your whole life. Is that we don't manifest from, we don't get in life what we want. What we want, and it's not here. What it's on this distance between you and it. We get in life what we are actively being here and now. Meaning, if I am being the lack, if my thoughts, feelings, and actions are all about fear, worry, and lack, I am not good enough to feel safe in this world or supported, right? If I am not feeling safe to receive it, or I don't feel worthy to have financial freedom and abundance, and what I want is not here, it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult to manifest it. Please don't take my word for granted, because who am I here to limit you? Maybe you can, I could not. That's what I'm sharing. I could not. So what I had to do, I had to take everything off pedestal, meaning work on my unworthiness and not good enoughness. And for me, that was quite few energy session with another energy healer, which I am practicing with my own clients, working on releasing this energy out of their field. And these sessions are so powerful. I had one session yesterday. It was so powerful to help this person be released from release their parents and that coding out of their energy field so they can have their own field for themselves. So when you understand we don't get in life what we want, but we get what we are actively being it right now, that's when you get, okay, I've got to really look within. Okay, what am I actually thinking and feeling and being right now? Okay. And another thing is that what we really want, desire, what is the thing we are having our intention and focus on firmly, day in, day out, we've got to feel worthy of receiving it. Because majority of people cannot manifest if they what they desire and want. If they do, they getting so close towards it and then they lose it. Even less amount of people is getting it, but it's unable to keep it and grow from it. Why? Because deeper layer of unworthiness comes up and it takes the person out of that emotion and alignment. That person is not open to this amount of love, fulfillment, and goodness. It practiced how to get it. It didn't practice to be in it, keep on expanding from it, and grow from it. Because we're all constantly expanding. Either we're expanding in unworthiness or we're expanding in worthiness. And it's all connected with our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if you're practicing from now on, I want to feel worthy. I want to feel worthy of having the love of my life, and not just to meet them and then decide, oh no, I'm not good in relationships. I cannot, I repel them. They run away from me or whatever. Work on your worthiness to be able to be the magnetism that attracts what you want and desire, not those unwanted types of or situations. Okay. So in order to do it, you would need to look deeply and have your feelings, emotions, and actions in alignment. So if I'm practicing worthiness, is it good for me to eat now the whole box of ice cream? Am I gonna feel worthy later on tonight or the next day? Nah, nah, I don't think so. Okay, so saying constantly yes to the overtimes to my boss that I don't feel good around, is that feel worthy to me? No. So why am I doing it? Because I'm afraid of losing money or losing them liking me or whatever. Okay. When you say no to someone else that is not in alignment with you, you say yes to you and feel good with you. And trust me, when I stopped doing these overtimes, I used that time to tap into that higher energy. And I manifested so much more money that I could ever do in overtimes in that 9 to 5 that I was in. So it meaning that you have to look into your actions. Okay, you see something phenomenal on Amazon. Let's say you see a dream catcher and you're like, oh my God, I have to have it. Oh my God, it looks like my soul. Looks like my soul, I have to have it. No, 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 no. I need to buy a present for my mom. So guilt and shame maybe drives you to buy something for someone, but God forbid you treat yourself. Okay. So look into all of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions, and be sure that they are in alignment towards that which you create. And very soon, in 9 days, we are starting Energy Mastery Empire Mastermind. And I'm going to invite you to look deep within and ask yourself, if there is a part of you that feels called to join a group of like-minded people who are here to better themselves and the whole wide world. If you struggle to manifest what you truly desire, in 99% of cases, you are leaking your energy. You're disempowering yourself through the way you think, feel, act, behave. And your energy has to be used for you by you. You've got to learn to stop abandoning yourself on a physical, human, spiritual, emotional, energetic level. And you have to allow yourself to take different actions so you can receive different outcomes. And if this energy is in alignment with you, there is a link attached and you can book your spot. And ask yourself what you are truly worthy of. What is the number on your worthiness? How much is worth to you your peace of mind? How much is worth to you your health? Your health. How much is worth to you living the rest of your life, manifesting your dreams and your desires? Not repeating same old patterns conditioned into you in your childhood. Thank you for joining me. If you feel the yes from your heart, there is a link attached in the description box, or just send me a private message on Facebook. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I've had so much joy connecting with you, feeling your love, feeling the energy that is coming to me right now from all different now moments. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being on this planet. Thank you for radiating your light. Thank you for all the compassion you have ever showed to yourself and others. Thank you for every single minute of meditation you ever did. Thank you for every deep breath, every moment you have paused and slowed and tapped into your heart throughout your whole life. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I need to wear more often that thankful blanket. It is in this Airbnb. Okay, I'm going to show you one more time this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. There it is, just my dream come true. It's a combination of Poland, Scotland, and US, all the places I lived in. And I'm absolutely in love. My beloved Andrea treated us as with a surprise. Puppies are loved here so much. And right before that, we visited Andrea's sister, and we had absolutely amazing time. Okay, lovies, sending you all so much love, many blessings. Thank you.